Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're building your playbook for when the online world decides to catch fire. This isn't about hoping for the best, it's about having a concrete plan.
You know that feeling, right? The notifications are just exploding. The mentions are piling up. And that comment section, it's turned into a total battlefield. It feels overwhelming, and yeah, it feels personal. So in that moment, what's your next move? Do you start firing back? Do you just shut down? Or do you just hit delete and pray it all goes away? The truth is, most of us just slam that panic button. Okay, this is where we replace that panic button with a clear, simple, repeatable system. This explainer is that system, and it's built for exactly these kinds of moments.
So first, let's break down the core problem here. It's our own instincts versus having a real strategy. See, when we feel like we're under attack, our gut reactions often just make everything so much worse.
Does any of this look a little familiar? You know, getting into arguments with total strangers, trying to reason with someone who clearly just wants a fight, or, my favorite, frantically deleting comments, which only seems to pour gasoline on the fire. These mistakes don't solve anything. They become the problem. They just amplify all that noise and completely drain your energy. All right, let's build the foundation of our playbook. It's called the triage system, and it's a super simple way to sort every single interaction you get so you can finally stop reacting and start responding with actual purpose.
First up, we have Category A, a legitimate concern. Now, the person might be pretty angry, but they have a real issue and they're looking for a real solution. The goal here is not to argue. It's just to move them into your normal support channel. You treat it just like any other request for help. Simple.
Next is Category B. This is your bad faith trolling. You'll see the signals. They're baiting you. They keep moving the goalposts. And really, they're just performing for an audience. These folks don't want a solution. They want a reaction. And this is so important. Your goal is not to win the argument. It's to stop playing their game. You contain it, you redirect once, and then you disengage. That's it.
And finally, and most seriously, there's Category C, harassment or a safety risk. If you see threats, doxing, which is publishing someone's private info, or stalking, the playbook is crystal clear. Your goal shifts immediately from engagement to safety. You protect your people, you preserve all the evidence, and you escalate to the proper authorities. No hesitation.
This just shows you how simple the sorting process can be. It's a decision tree. You just ask these questions in order. Is there a real request? Is there a safety risk? Is the behavior acceptable? This little checklist lets anyone on your team categorize a comment in just a few seconds, consistently and correctly every single time.
So you've sorted all the comments into lanes A, B, and C. Now what do you do? Well, it's time to open the toolkit, because for each lane you need the right tools. That means enforcement ladders and some pre-approved scripts.
An enforcement ladder gives you these clear escalating steps. And notice how consistent the online ladder is with the in-person one. The principle is exactly the same. You start with a low-level intervention, and you only escalate if the behavior continues. This isn't about punishment. It's about predictably enforcing your own standards, which shows fairness and, frankly, protects everyone.
Okay, let's talk scripts. For someone with a legitimate but kind of vague complaint, we'll call it a Category A light, you use this. It's helpful, it sets clear expectations, and it guides them into a productive channel where you can actually solve their problem. You're de-escalating the situation just by being structured.
For that Category B troll, this script is basically your shield. It's polite, it's firm, and it's final. You are not arguing, you are stating a boundary. You've offered them the correct path, and now you are ending the public performance. This starves the troll of the one thing they crave, your attention.
And for a Category C safety risk, the script changes entirely. This is a formal notice. It signals that the conversation is over and has now become an official record for escalation. There is zero negotiation here, only documentation and protection.
So, the system works great for individual comments. But what happens when you get hit with a full-blown crisis storm? A coordinated swarm? A viral backlash? This is where the system really truly proves its worth.
When the storm hits, you activate something called single statement mode, and the timeline is a rapid response checklist. Those first 15 minutes are absolutely critical. You freeze all replies, you start capturing evidence, then you immediately add friction, like turning on slow mode for comments to regain control of the space.
And this right here is the key. During the storm, you post one single pinned statement, and this message does three crucial things. It acknowledges the situation, it funnels all communication to a channel that you control, and it reminds everyone that your rules are still in effect. It puts a stop to those panicked, one-off replies and creates a single source of truth.
You know, a great system is totally useless if it isn't sustainable. So to make this whole playbook last, you need two final foundational pillars: rigorous documentation and a non-negotiable focus on the well-being of your staff.
This is why you document everything. An incident log is not just bureaucracy, okay? It lets you see patterns, it lets you justify your actions if they're ever questioned, and it shows that you are applying your rules fairly and consistently to everybody. Data is your defense.
But of all the rules and all the procedures in this whole playbook, there is one that stands head and shoulders above all the others for protecting the human beings who are on the front lines.
This is it. This is the most important rule. No one handles abuse alone. What it means is that every Category B, and especially every Category C incident, has to be reviewed by at least 2 people, usually with a supervisor. This prevents burnout, it ensures the rules are applied consistently, and it provides absolutely critical emotional support.
So, to quickly recap the core safety rules for your team, never, ever, ever engage from personal accounts. Stick to the scripts. They are designed to protect you. Escalate any safety triggers immediately. And know that it is not only okay, but it is essential to step away when you need a break.
So, we've walked through the entire system, from triage all the way to crisis management. The playbook is officially in your hands now. The only question left is, what's the very first piece of this that you're going to put into practice? Because turning all that chaos into clarity, it really does start with that one single step.